right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I figured I would touch on a couple of subjects today. Mainly, I guess, what we'll call alternative selling sites. I use eBay a lot, but I also have used COMC a bit and Starstock as well. And, it's been, I would say, 6 to 9 months of using both of those platforms to various degrees. And figured it'd be worth kind of, doing sort of a general update of where I see those two platforms in particular and how I'm using them. So I guess I'll start with the easy one, which is Starstock. I had initially made a deposit, bought a few cards, right? And then at some point I submitted a bunch of cards to Starstock. And number one, their guidelines around what you could submit 3 months ago were not very clear. So with that ended up, part of the experience that led to was I had a few cards that were essentially rejected and I had to pay $5 to have them shipped back to me. That kind of pissed me off. Because I had seen other rookie ticket autos, for instance, in their inventory. So even though it's not explicitly stated in some of the cards they accept, you see a bunch of them on the platform, you make an assumption, and then it costs you $5 to ship it back. The other thing that really bugged me about Starstock is after I sold a few of those cards that I had submitted, right, which, it's a handy platform with that. It's a nice marketplace. After I had sold a few of those cards, I was trying to understand what I actually received for each of the cards and how my cash balance got to be, 25, 46 or whatever it was at the time. And what I realized is that you can't actually see that on the platform. You can't see you can see a transaction history. It basically just tells you that here's the card and you sold it for $1, right? It doesn't say in the end what you got in your account. So I logged a bunch of support questions to that team, and they were very responsive in getting back to me. But in the end, basically, there is no way for you to know or to get a printout of your own transactions in your own account that impact your cash balance. So basically, what I'm saying is you have to trust Starstock to keep your cash balance properly. And to me, so immediately once I realized that, I just stopped, right? Certainly stopped with anything additional. Apparently it's on their roadmap. I actually spoke to one of the guys there. But to me, right now, it's not acceptable. And I don't know, I don't know how some of the bigger users of Starstock are kind of getting around that. Maybe they just are implicitly putting their trust in it. Maybe they just know what the transaction fees are for each of the cards that they sell. And, again, when they buy exactly, that maybe they're keeping a spreadsheet separately. But, unless you enjoy doing that, really, there's no excuse for them not to have that type of reporting on the website. So there's Starstock. No more Starstock or no increase in my Starstock use until some changes happen there. Let's go to shift to COMC. So COMC I've railed against in the past, right, because of some of their slowness in shipping. And I feel like it seems like they've kind of fixed a lot of those issues. Not that they're lightning fast with their shipping, but it's a lot better in terms of what they project and what you see. Now, I haven't ordered anything from them in a while, but definitely with the last order I did, much better experience than the first. But recently I did send in my first shipment of cards to Comstock. We're talking about pie filling to COMC, and I think they put it on that it'll take 16 weeks to actually ingest the cards and make them available for you to sell. And what I found out is that it's much quicker than that, or it's been much quicker than that. I'm only, I think the cards started showing up in my account at around the 4-week mark, so I thought that was a good thing. And maybe it's just setting really poor expectations and then over delivering. Maybe that's a good thing. What's weird is that I sent in about 100 cards, and they're getting loaded into my account like in drips and drabs, like 2 per day. You know, some days there's 4 or 5, and then other days there's 1. It's just weird that they weren't, not that they're all be done at once, but they wouldn't all be done in a little bit more of a compressed time period. So I really don't know how all that works. But you know, so far the experience on the selling side with COMC has been okay. Made a few sales, nothing exciting, just looking to get liquid and maybe build up an account balance to buy a bigger card on that platform. I'd love to understand, I'd love to hear your opinion, whether it's on COMC, whether it's Starstock, whether it's some of the other platforms that you may be using, whether it's Alt or something like that. And well, we'll see you back here soon. Thanks for joining.